So self-disclosure varies across and within cultures. That's what we have to realize too. So even in this last one, you may be revealing and very comfortable talking about yourself and your major and where you went to high school. Whereas in some cultures, self-disclosure, they're more private self, and we don't have a public self. Happens more quickly online. This is what I was saying. Your social media, you tend to blur the lines between private and public. And most of you may have a mask that allows you to say whatever you want to say online, and you don't fear disclosing some information. Promotes mental health. Talking about things, not keeping things inside, especially during COVID. Many of us were, disheartened because we were not social, and human beings are social animals. So it did provide a setback for us. So then probably number 2 became more important, communicating online, and occurs among men and women equally. So, oops, I went way ahead of this slides. Okay. We carefully craft the presentation of ourselves to create interpersonal relationships. Something to think about. Now, I know that when I'm meeting someone new and in class, I may not be thinking too much about crafting myself, but maybe if I'm going on a date, I may wonder what to wear, what type of new movie we're going to see, or what type of food we're going to eat, just so that we understand how respectful. Maybe somebody doesn't like seafood, so you want to pick a diner where everybody can select their own food. I can't even think of what I'm saying. Okay, so job interviews, I can see how relational self is a very good example. We dress differently. I'm not going to dress as I would if I went to a basketball game. I was going for a basketball interview. Even then I would wear a suit and not my basketball sneakers and shorts. So sometimes our relational self, we do craft a little differently depending on the communication environment or situation or context, even in your own home. Just think about it. Do you talk and act differently from the kitchen to the dining room to the bedroom? Because usually the dining room, you're having guests over. Do you craft a different, not totally different, but may you curb how you use profanity? So this is what we're talking about with, now it may not be in your frontal lobe here, but we're examining what may happen. And according to your book, according to the studies, these avenues tend to form. So another important theory, again, here's 2 in this chapter. This is social penetration theory. So how we reveal the self to others. So the next picture is actually a little bit better. Think of everyone as an onion. So when you're first meeting someone, you walk into an in-person class, you're on that job the first day, you only are comfortable talking about the outermost layer of information. And that's what we call peripheral layers, which is age, college major, hometown. And then as you're working with them, building a co-working relationship, you have intermediate levels, music, politics, leisure interests, and then building a bonding relationship over a long period of time. We talk about our values, our personality traits, things we fear, and everything we've talked about here, self-awareness, self-concept, self-esteem. So we like you to peel the onion as so. Some of us go to this core belief, too fast, too soon. And you may have experienced someone with attachment anxiety or attachment avoidance because people don't like to talk about these things from the beginning. Again, this book is showing you how you move from not knowing someone to becoming better friends, better acquaintances, and then eventually other chapters talk about bonding, all bonded relationships, which have commitment, and they all start out as friends or in this outer part of the peripheral onion. So intimacy are feelings of closeness and union that exist between us and our partners. So obviously, if I'm talking about traits, I'm probably a little bit more intimate with this person. But the key here is the word union. So you both created a bond that, and if it's not said verbally, and again, we don't know what's happening inside your head, so you have to let us know that you're at the stage where this is a bond. So some of you have taken psychology and you've seen the Johari window before. I'm just going to show you the picture first. So we have certain quadrants. We have a public area, we have a blind area, we have a hidden area, and we have an unknown area. So some quadrants of ourselves are open to self-reflection and sharing with people. So let's take a look at that. Public area. Aspects of yourself that you and others are aware of includes everything you openly disclose, from music and food, preferences to religious beliefs and morals. So here's your public self, that which others, would you allow others to know about you. And then there are others that remain hidden. So we're going to go straight to the hidden one right now. When it says hidden area, quadrant 3, parts of yourself that you're aware of, but that you hide from most others. These include destructive thoughts, impulses, and fantasies, and disturbing life experiences that don't fit comfortably with your public self and your own self-concept. So we do, or we may have certain areas that we like to keep private, and it's hidden to other people, including intimacy. So the Johari window, each of us has a public area, a hidden area, a blind, and an unknown. So what does it say about the blind? Facets of your life that are readily apparent to others, though your interpersonal communication, facets of yourself that are readily apparent to others through your interpersonal communication, but that you're not aware of, include strengths that you may not see in yourself, or character flaws that don't mesh with your self-concept. So when I was a young kid, people said I was obnoxious, but I was using humor, and humor is part of my personality. But others didn't see it as so. They thought it was annoying and obnoxious. And unless they told me, it would be blind to me that this may be hurtful, or this is a communication that